Here at Eden Hill, they really embody values of caring. They have a very caring environment, not only for the people they care for, but for each other. I'm a rehabilitation specialist, occupational therapist by background, and for years I worked with individuals who had brain changes, cognitive loss, memory challenges. Caregivers experience a lot of stress, whether they're professional caregivers or they're family caregivers. And when a caregiver doesn't understand why someone might be asking a repeated question or why they might get frustrated easier or they don't follow through with things, it creates a lot of caregiver stress. If a caregiver is stressed or not well, how are they going to help the person who needs help? I help them cope with their stress by teaching them how to understand the person and use the person's remaining abilities. And we look at the caregiver and the person as one entity. And when that happens, the person is happy.
Pat has an amazing amount of energy, and I admire her intellectual curiosity.
Pat is a passionate agent for change.
And really what it's about is addressing, I think, the unmet social needs of patients with dementia. We know that one of the devastating effects of dementia can be social withdrawal. We also know that social engagement helps to diminish not only functional aspects of dementia and the social aspects, but cognitive abilities.
The type of training that I do isn't a formal training where people show up for a class. I come into the community, become part of the community. A very dynamic, working side by side with staff and empowering the caregivers then to make their changes from within them.
Eden Hill and Pat have similar missions and goals about the care that we provide. A number of years ago, Eden Hill adopted a Bible verse, Leviticus 19:32, that is about serving God through serving the elderly. Pat has that same philosophy and dedication.
Patients with dementia so often are treated as if they are not whole human beings.
People who live in long-term care facilities can spend a lot of time sitting around and disengage. So we teach the staff what the person can do and then modify it within a context that has a past meaning for them.
We want to treat each individual with dignity. We want to make eye contact. We want this to be a place of warmth and acceptance. It's in that interaction that healing occurs. So often we think about functional disabilities. Pat's work is helping us to find people's functional abilities and really to build on that, to engage them. And we know that that again is helpful not only for dementia related cognition, but for problem behaviors.
Family caregivers especially experience a lot of grief as if the person is no longer living. And a lot of times that grief isn't recognized. It's sometimes thought of as being a depression. So when we can begin to validate that with family members and then be able to educate them and show them, just like we show staff, family members begin to have a new perspective. Once a month, Dr. Burns runs a support group and family members come in and they get education about dementia. The Memory Cafe is different than a support group. It is a program that's designed for caregivers and the individual to attend together.
I can say the words I want to say when you're with another man. Darling, please answer yes or no, and I will understand.
A Memory Cafe is a group it's a unique group. It's not a support group, but it's designed for the caregiver and the individual with memory loss or change to come together and basically have a good time.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
It's there to build positive memories, to help get people in the community who may be dealing with this and they're isolated or they feel a lot of stigma and they're embarrassed, and they can just come together and be happy and be supported.
You can tell the one that that's with you, he'll have to go.
And I think Eden Hill try to, again, provide compassionate, optimal service to our patients. We really feel that it is a calling, it's a mission.
And I feel really privileged to be able to do this work.
Eden Hill and Pat are such a great team because I think we have the common goal of providing the very best care possible for residents who have dementia. And together, I really feel like we are making such a difference.